foundation. It's in the shade medium deep. What do you use this for? It feels like it's too, look, I haven't even opened it. Can you believe that? Look at that. I have not opened it. So this, and then to set my face, I had one before it, loved it.
With every passing car,
So that's black.
each face becomes familiar,
Very deep, but my
recognizing you. You tore it out of me.
so creamy. Actually, that formula reminds me a lot.
Our hearts are full of unbelief, the part that others rarely see. She suffered enough, knowing that I won't walk away. And if you could tell, I could see love in these hands that I have.
Hi, good morning. Oh, it looks like you're a little fuzzy. I'll clean my camera in a minute, but I just figured I would take you guys along with me for the day. Today is going to be kind of a long day, but I kind of wanted to show you what my life looks like now after a mental break or mental health break. I can't really put these on yet because I can't hear myself when they're on, so sorry if I look a little funny for now. But I'm going to go ahead and go on my walk. So I'm going to set my health app to the walking workout, and we're going to put in we're going to attempt to do a 4-mile workout. Okay, so the health app that I use is just called Health. And according to my husband, he said it's the one that comes with my phone.
Workout paused.
Oops.
Workout resumed.
Okay, there we go. So the health app that I use is just the one that comes with the phone. My husband said that it's like a free one that the phone provides. So I just use that one. It's very generic. I can upgrade it if I want to, but I'm not sure if I really need it. I mean, I use it to track my steps and my food, and it's been doing pretty good. It even tracks your water. It gives you tips for the day. What else? I don't know. I can't remember off the top of my head, but it's a pretty basic health app and it works really good, and I really enjoy using it, especially for like my workouts and stuff and my steps, which is what I'm doing now. And it doesn't really matter how you get your steps in as long as you get them in every day. But I do think that I get a better caloric burn when I get in a straight 4-mile walk. Before, I never really relied on steps because I always thought that I was getting enough steps with my daily chores around the house, doing laundry and sweeping and vacuuming and dusting. But honestly, since I have had this app and I've been counting my steps, I don't get even more than 4,000 steps all day long by doing those things. So I really do enjoy getting this time in. I probably walk anywhere between 2.5 to 3.3 miles per hour, but honestly, I try to take a steady pace. I try to just walk whatever steady pace my natural walk is, because I've noticed that I get the best caloric burn that way. By the time I finish my 4-mile walk, I probably get in about 11,000 steps. And it takes me approximately 21 to 22 minutes per mile. So I'm out here for about an hour and 27 minutes to an hour and a half. So when I first started walking, my target goal was only 6,000 steps. And then I worked my way up and eventually I hit 8,000 steps. And then I was able to go even further. And instead of going by steps, I just went by miles. I'm still trying to get into a new routine. But I try to incorporate my walks in every single morning as often as I can, even on the weekends. During the summer, I was coming out here at like 6 in the morning because it was extremely hot. So I would try to get out here at 6 a.m. because by 7:30, it was like already in the hundreds, you know? So now that the kids are in school and the weather is a little cooler in the mornings, I can get my walks in, you know, anywhere between 7:15 and 7:30 and be done by 8:30. And then after that, I'll take a break and then I will do a second workout, which is usually like a strength training workout. If for some reason I don't get in my 4 miles, I'll supplement my workouts to try to get in those steps to make sure at least I hit 10,000 by doing a cardio workout. And I mentioned already before that I really enjoy working out with Christina Dorner.
Here we go. Here it is loud. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4.
She's just amazing at what she does, and she has so many different types of workouts. And my favorite cardio workouts that she does is a lot of cardio kickboxing, step aerobics. I was always into like jazzercise when I was in high school. So she gives me like major like Chalene Johnson vibes, which is kind of funny because she brought it up recently in one of her videos. And to me, it seems like she got some of her inspiration from Chalene, but I was like hardcore Chalene Johnson back in the day. I used to love doing all of her workouts. So when I found Christina, it was that nostalgic feeling for me. I really just loved it. You know, I'm an 80s baby, so anything nostalgic is so, you know, it just sets me in the right mood. This whole health journey isn't really about weight loss in general. I want to lose a few more pounds because I had gained 30 pounds over the course of a year and a half. And I would really love to get back to where I was because that's how I felt my best. But I'm not looking for like a huge weight loss. I'm mainly just focusing on health. I want to make sure I can get my cholesterol down. And one of the big... Okay, so definitely not my best walk ever. This one is actually very disappointing, but it's already 9 a.m. and I didn't realize how long it took me to film all of that. So that took a big chunk of my time out. It took me 1 hour and 10 minutes to burn 392 calories and 8,332 steps with an average speed of 2.5 miles per hour. Look at my trail, how many times I've walked to change the camera angles and everything. All of this took all that extra time. Usually I'd be done with a 4-mile walk by 8:30. So I'm like way behind schedule. So I don't really have much more time to talk, and actually I don't even think I'm going to be able to put in a second workout today, which I'm not too upset about that. I'm more upset that I didn't get to finish the walk. But I've been diligent this week with all of my workouts. But I am going to add that regardless, I still have 9,198 steps for today so far by 9 a.m. So by the time the day is over, I will have way more than that. And I have 419 calories that I've burned so far today. So I'm not going to beat myself up over it, you know? So one thing that I really want to mention is that this topic is so vast. There's just so much that I could talk about, but there's only so much I can put in one video. So if there's something that I didn't touch on that you guys want me to talk more about, please don't hesitate to leave a comment down below so that I can create more videos like this if you like these kind of videos. But my main suggestion is, like, the thing that helped me out the most, the number one thing, was getting that morning walk in. And I'm not telling you that you have to get in 4 miles a day. Like I said, I started off at 6,000 steps, and 6,000 steps is very easy, but if all you can get in is 3,000 steps, that is a really, really great start. So I would say get those walks in. You will be surprised on how much that really helps, because not only are you getting movement in and you're moving your body and you're getting sunshine if you're doing it outside and you're absorbing all that vitamin D, but also it gives you time to think and to just get lost in your own thoughts, and you are your own best therapist, and doing that will help open up your mind and really get you going for your day. So the reason why I'm incorporating what I'm doing for the day, like all of my household chores, is because during the time when I was down and I didn't want to do anything, I literally didn't do anything. I lived on the couch and I hated it because in my mind I knew I had to be up and doing something, but I just could not get myself to do it. And if I did do anything, it was very, very basic, just enough to make the house look like I did do something. So this day was the first day that I was able to actually motivate myself and get all of my household chores done so that I can start off with a clean slate and get my life back on track. A factory reset, if you will, because cleaning in some odd way is also very therapeutic for me. Another kick that I have been really getting into is taking collagen peptides. This one is from Insta Skincare. It's for hair, nail, skin, and joints. I don't know if it's just a placebo effect or not, but I really feel like my skin has improved since taking this. I don't know if that's contributed to the fact that I've been eating healthier and I've been not drinking as much alcohol. I still enjoy a cocktail or 2 or 3 sometimes, once in a while. It's not as often. It's not every weekend. And I've noticed a big change in my skin since doing that. So I think those things have helped with my skin and kind of like slowing down that aging progress. I started taking these Women's Total Health Pack. It's for energy, heart health, gut health, stress support, and female wellness. I'm still working on the stress because I'm naturally a very stressed person, but I feel like I'm able to handle things a little bit differently. Like when my dog died, my little puppy that was from the litter that Roxy came from, she showed up in our yard pregnant and she gave birth to 5 puppies. There was 3 black ones, a golden one that I believe is our older dog, that's his puppy, and then a little tiny dog, and we called him Rocket. And he was such an adorable dog, and all of us took a liking. Out of all of the 5 dogs, our favorite was Rocket. Well, one day my older dog was eating, and he's very possessive or aggressive when it comes to feeding because he's part chow. So I don't know if he meant to do it or not, but he killed our Rocket, and it devastated our family so horribly. And after that, I think I went on for 4 days just bawling my eyes out to the point where I thought that I was going to spiral down again and I was going to lose myself into a big depression. But I'm thinking that because I'm taking this stuff, I mean, like I said, it could just be a placebo thing. I don't know. Or maybe it's just because I'm stronger now than I was 2 months ago. But I really feel like if I didn't do something about my mental health, if I didn't do something about my physical health, I wouldn't have been able to get through that because it was a really, 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 really hard thing to get through. So I allowed myself to go through it for 4 days, and then I had to move on with my life. I had to stop feeling so sad and bad about it. And for a minute there, I wanted so bad to get my Rocket back that I thought about breeding her one more time with my older dog. But I had to come to the conclusion that there is no possible way of ever getting my Rocket back. So I just had to accept that he was no longer going to be a part of our lives, and that there's a reason why we created that stump in the rock and we buried him where he was born, in the hole that he was born. So yeah, I'm not going to say that it gave me a lot of energy, but I do notice that I don't crash as often. And I'm still waiting for my next appointment. My next doctor appointment is on September 19th. So a week before that, I have to go get my blood work done, and he's going to check my thyroid, make sure everything is still in good standing, and he wants to check my cholesterol one more time, and that's going to determine whether I go on cholesterol medication or not. But I'm hoping that with these, and I'm hoping with my new lifestyle and taking the collagen and eating healthy and counting calories and working out and adding cardio into my diet, it's gonna help bring my cholesterol levels down, and maybe, just maybe, I won't have to take cholesterol medication. So I'll have to keep you guys updated on that. That was a mouthful. I hope all of that made sense, but I'm gonna go ahead and make my collagen water. All I do is put 1 scoop, and sometimes I put electrolytes in here. Then I would go with the Pure Kick hydration stick. I know there's so many more hydration or electrolytes out there. Like I know a lot of people are going to Element, and then there's also Liquid IV, but those are so pricey, and I know that they have other things, other added benefits and stuff in it, but I'm already taking enough supplements as it is. All I really care about is the electrolytes in there, and really all electrolytes is just salt water. But these ones are fairly affordable. I get mine at Dollar General, and a lot of times they have coupons. The strawberry watermelon is my favorite, and these are 0 sugar. I'm more able to buy these than those other leading brands. I think that I mentioned earlier in this video that I was just trying to focus on the basics. I still had quite a bit that I wanted to do today, but as I was going through all of my daily chores, I guess you can call this daily chores, but this did take me all day. But during this process, I had a lot of other things that I wanted to stop what I was doing to do, like wipe down the cabinets and other things that I can't think of on top of my head right now. But I had to stop myself because I was like, no, your main focus is just to get the basics done. I just wanted to make sure that the kitchen was cleaned. I wanted to make sure that I had all the dusting done, that I swept, I vacuumed, and all of the, like the house was tidy. That's pretty much all I was really focusing on. And I had just finished doing all of my kids' laundry. So I was just catching up on all of the basics. I'm going to end up going back later on to do more like heavy duty cleaning when I start decorating for fall. So there really was no need for me to dust every crevice and clean the walls and stuff like that. But yeah, I had to stop myself because I was like, if you keep distracting yourself but do things that you said that you weren't going to do, then you'll never get done with what you had planned. So I really had a hard time stopping myself, but I'm kind of proud of myself that I gave up the urge to do the things that I didn't have planned for the day. But there was another important topic that I wanted to touch base on, and actually I tried to cover this in the beginning of the video when I was on my walk, but I decided that I would wait to discuss this. One thing about me is that I always considered myself a very open, honest, bubbly person. And I can tell now that I have changed so much in my personality. Like even since I first started YouTube, I used to dress in character. I used to dress in different outfits, and I would act out things and use green screens, and I would make jokes and stuff like that. And I noticed that I don't do those things anymore. In fact, I kind of want to do like a review my first video kind of thing, because it'd be kind of fun to go back and see that. But yeah, I don't do those things anymore, and I kind of miss myself because I used to feel like I was such a fun person to hang around. But over time, I've allowed my depression to get the best of me, and in some ways it kind of ruins my friendships because they don't understand, and a lot of times they don't stick around long enough to support me, I guess. But I can shut down just as easily as I can open up. And it takes a very strong person to be able to go through that with you. Like Danielle. Danielle has been a part of my life for about 13 years now, and she has seen every part of me and has stuck it through with me, and for that I am forever grateful. And I have always said that I value my friendships as much as I would my family. I don't give up on people very easily, so I will remain a friend of yours unless you decide to leave my friendship or you do something that is unforgivable, because there are some things that I just won't forgive, or I'll forgive but I won't be able to like maintain a friendship with you. But anyway, there has been many moments where I have felt like I didn't want to be here anymore, and I felt like a castaway or alone because I felt like no one understood what I was going through. And so I have a rule of mine that when I'm in that kind of situation or going through those kind of moments, that I am going to allow myself 3 days. And in those 3 days, I take the time to really think about what's really bothering me and figure out ways how to fix it. And this is something that I've given advice to others. We were not created to be sad, anxious, or depressed. That is the way of the evil. I just feel like I am the only person that really truly knows what's going on in my head, what I'm feeling, and I'm the only person that is going to be able to fix whatever it is that I'm going through. And a lot of my problems that I have stem from my past. I have a really horrible childhood, a lot of trauma that I went through, and I don't like discussing this, but it is something that has come up recently. And I have suppressed it for so long that it's now coming up, and it's like, okay, I need to figure out how to get past this. So that's why it took me longer this time, because I had suppressed it for so long that I couldn't just get over it in 3 days. There was a lot of things that was happening in my life that was reminding me and triggering me. So I think that it was just really important that I stayed away from everybody and off YouTube and just really took the time to listen to myself and try to make myself strong again. And although I'm not the same person that I used to be when I first started YouTube, I'm also not that same person I was 2 months ago. So that's progress, you know. Eventually, I will be back to my normal self. And I just want to thank a lot of you who has been sticking around on this channel since the beginning. And like I've said so many times, I feel like a broken record now. But you guys have always seen potential, and I know that my channel is growing very slowly, and a lot of the subscribers that I have are not here for this kind of content. But the ones that are here, the ones that show up every single video of mine, regardless on what it is, you guys are the ones that keep me going. And that was the only reason why I decided to return back to YouTube, because eventually I feel like I will be heard. It's just going to take time, and I have to do it the hard way and do it the long way. And that's the same with my health. You know, people have said, why don't you take diet pills? Why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? And I'm like, I can't, because if I try to take the short road and I try to rush it, I'm going to have a harder time later in life, and I just don't want that. I need to train myself to do it naturally and to be able to do it slowly and take my time so that I don't burn out and so that I'm able to continue doing it for the long term. And I really hope that means something to you. Whatever it is that you're going through, just know that you're not the only one. There's so many people that have gone through it. Some people come out stronger than ever, and some people don't. Some people need help. Some people need advice. And that's okay. But don't stay in that dark place for too long. You need to pull yourself out and know that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. You just have to look for it. If you stay in one place for too long, you're just going to put yourself in a further, deeper hole. You need to keep going. Just keep going. You will see that this too shall pass. I'm beat. I'm tired. But you know what? It's a good kind of tired. I don't think I've had that much energy in months. I don't think that I've ever gotten this far or felt motivated in months. So don't get me wrong, I enjoy cleaning. It's always been something that I really like to do. But I probably wouldn't have put so much effort into it if I wasn't sharing it with you guys. So thank you for helping me get through this. This was a good day. This was an incredible day. I got so much done. There's still a couple of things that I need to do. I still have to go into the garage and put all of my party supplies away and organize them and put them into storage. But I'm going to take that break because I promised myself that I would take things slow. And the whole point of today was just to do the basics. Now, I am going to be starting to decorate for fall. I don't like to decorate for fall until it's like fall season. It's still like 90-degree weather outside. It's kind of weird having that many, like having fall decorations up when it's still pretty warm outside. And not to mention, I don't think I could handle decorations around my house for that long, especially since Christmas is coming up. And so, yeah, I don't want to overwhelm myself too much with decorating. I don't even know how far I'm going to get into it because I don't think I could afford to buy anything brand new this year. So it's going to be everything that we use. It's going to be everything that I already have. But one thing before I go, because this whole video was about how I'm getting my life back, one of the things that I was doing to help me with my mental health was I was reading the Bible. A few years ago, my sister gave me a devotional, and I didn't think at the time that I really needed it. One day, I saw the devotional sitting there, and I was like, you know what, I should probably crack it open and just see what it does. And I'm not kidding when I say that after I'm finished, it is such a weight lifted off my shoulders. It's so weird. My mom also gave me a jar, and in that jar, there's a bunch of scriptures. Let me show it to you. And what's kind of funny is that my mom came at exactly the moment when we found out my dog had puppies. It's so crazy how things worked out. The last time I saw my mom was 2 years. And so when she came this last time, it was like, spiritual things. She really helped bring me out of that darkness that I was in. I'm telling you, I was in a dark place. I was in a really, really dark place, and it was really scary for a minute there. She just gave me a bunch of little trinkets that I could scatter around the house to remember her by. And another thing that she gave me was this little jar. And this little jar are daily scriptures that you could read, and you could pick according to how you're feeling, whether it's happy, thankful, angry, anxious, lonely, or sad. So, and they're color coordinated. That way it's easy to pick. And the very first time I cracked open that devotional, I saw the scripture and it had a little excerpt. I mean, it's only like this big, maybe like this long. There's hardly any reading involved. And I'm like, I think I could do better than that. So what I would do is whatever scripture popped up on that devotional, I would open up the Bible and I would read that chapter. And then if there was something that I didn't understand, I would look into it. I would Google, what does this mean? What does that mean? I would even look up vocabulary words, and I would just sit there and I would write into my journal. And before I knew it, it was an hour and I was done. It just seemed like that's all I needed was just an hour a day. And at the very, very end, I would always pick one, sometimes 2 or 3 cards, just depending on how it felt. And in the beginning, I always picked angry. I was so angry. I don't even know why. Just every day I woke up angry. For the longest time, I always thought that depression meant sadness. Depression can be many things. It's not factored into just one thing. So over time, I was picking other cards. Instead of picking angry, sad, or anxious, I was picking thankful. Sometimes I was picking more than one at a time. And then I'll never forget the one time I ever picked happy. And every single time, it doesn't even matter what card I pick. For some reason, this card always resonates with that chapter from that devotional. My sister gave me the devotional. My mom gave me these cards. They would always coincide with each other. It would blow my mind. And so, the only thing I could think of is, God is always there for you in mysterious ways. And our brains, they're so mechanical. They are exactly like a computer. And over time, you run out of memory. There's only so much you can store up here. And a lot of times we're storing files that don't belong up there. And so you begin to feel overwhelmed and you start breaking down and corrupted, and you just got to learn how to clean that out. And the best way to do that is to give it to God and to pray and to let go. And that's the only way you're going to make things more clear. And I will be forever grateful for my sister for giving me that devotional, because it pretty much saved me. I never thought that I would need it. Being someone who always considered herself Christian, I never really thought that I would need to read those devotionals. Now, I'm not going to say I read them every day anymore, but I really should at least read the excerpts and maybe like get an app to read a scripture per day. Maybe I don't need a Bible study every single day, but I still should do the devotional every single day and save my Bible studies for once a week. But I would highly suggest to get in touch with God and just let go and reboot, and just take things slow and do things day by day, and really be intuitive with your body and listen to what it needs and figure out what is causing you the stress and what is causing you all the heartache and the sadness, and just try to heal from that. But I gotta get going. It's time for me to go pick up my son, and I've been talking here for 12 minutes and I feel like I've been talking your ear off. So I'm gonna let you guys go. Thank you so much if you made it to the end of the video. You know who you are. You guys are my diamonds. I love you very, very much, and I can't wait to see you again in my next video. Bye, guys.
She's something